Hi everyone, this video is going to be for MAC's main holiday color collection called the Heirloom Mix collection. This is currently available at Nordstrom for you to purchase, also of course through MACcosmetics.com, although there are a couple things sold out already, so you will have to go to Nordstrom for those. Now, as with every year, MAC also has other parts of their holiday releases that are gifting items. For this video, I'm going to concentrate on the main color collection, so not the gifting items. Honestly, this year, nothing in the gifting section attracted me. I didn't think that any of the things looked that great. And so this year, I'm going to just concentrate on the color collection, which I think is much more interesting. As always, please go to allurabeauty.com to see more detailed reviews, which I put up after I fully test each item and color. In this video, we will see live swatches together, and I'll give you my more initial thoughts. But at allurabeauty.com, you can see more in-depth written reviews, as well as the lip products applied to the lips. Please check out my most recent video, which was a What's New in Beauty for the past month or so, because in that video, I am also giving away a huge Sephora holiday makeup kit. So if you want to be entered to win that prize, as well as see what's new in beauty, please go check out that video. Alright, I hope you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Let's check out what's in this holiday collection. Here are the two new limited edition mineralized blushes. These are $30 each. The first shade is Modest Blush, and the second shade is Sweet Sentiment. So here's one layer of Modest Blush, which is a light baby salmon pink. And here it is with 3 layers applied. Again, I don't think this would show up really on even medium to deep skin, but is nice for fair and light skin. So there's 1, 2, and 3 layers of Modest Blush. It has a slight sheen to the finish. Here is Sweet Sentiment, which is a rosy pink. Here it is with 2 layers. You can see that the deeper nature of the color and stronger pigmentation makes it show up much faster. And this definitely has a purple tone to it. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3 layers of Sweet Sentiment. Actually not too much of a difference in terms of the strength of the color between the layers. So it just has pretty decent pigmentation. It still has a sheer finish, but definitely good color and a strong sheen. Here we have 2 new limited edition fluid lines. These are $17.50 each. Here we have the shade Gentrified, and here is Dark Majesty. Here's Gentrified, which is a, MAC says a brown with bronze pearl. This is absolutely not a brown shade. It's like a dusty purple with gold shimmer. It seems to have very patchy pigmentation on it. Then we have Dark Majesty, which is a black with silvered pearl particles. The shade is much more opaque and more smooth. Okay, so there are your 2 fluid line shades. Next we'll look at the 4 new limited edition lipstick shades. These cost $17.50 each. There is a 5th shade included in the collection that's Rebel, but that is a permanent color in MAC's line, so I would suggest you just go ahead and buy it from the regular line because it will be cheaper if you do it that way. Here we have Tribalist, No Faux Pas, Sparks of Romance, and Salon Rouge. Tribalist is a deep purple berry with an amplified formula, and this is actually a re-promoted shade. No Faux Pas is a hot pink with a matte finish. Sparks of Romance is a true red with a matte frost finish. So it's matte at the base, but it has these tiny reddish shimmer particles. And Salon Rouge, which is a berry red with a matte finish. Alright, so there are your 4 new lipstick shades. Here are the 2 eye kohls included in this collection. These are $17.50 each, and they're actually both permanent shades. So usually I don't show you permanent shades in a collection. I will for these two this time around, but again, I would suggest just buying them from the regular line because they will be cheaper that way. Here's the shade Prunella and Tarnish. Here's Prunella, which is a very deep eggplant purple. And here's Tarnish, which is a deep forest green with a frost finish. So here we have 8 new shades of the pressed pigments. Now these are in a miniature size, so they're not the same as the big pans of the pressed pigments that you ordinarily get in the permanent line. These retail for $19.50 each. Here we have Regal Affair, Nostalgic, Noble Descent, Victorian Plum, Enchantment, Modern Majesty, Noblesse Oblige, and Prim and Proper. We're starting with Regal Affair, which is a white base with fine opal pearl. And I'm now swatching it with a damp brush. Really not much of a difference. It's a translucent, shimmering, frosty white color. Next is Nostalgic, which is a soft, light salmon beige. Here it is swatched with a damp brush. It is much more beige. Not much more beige, a little more beige toned and peach, and also smoother when applied with a damp brush. Okay, so you have the first two colors, Regal Affair and Nostalgic, swatched dry and wet. Next up is Noble Descent, which is a pearly, smoky mauve, which really is just to say that it's a frosty light pink. Here it is swatched with a damp brush. Again, not much of a difference, just a little more smooth in texture. Next up is Victorian Plum. This is a plum with violet pearl. It's pretty patchy and gritty and uneven when you apply it dry. Here it is applied with a damp brush. Wow, I thought it would be more frosty and a lot more intense, but it actually just goes completely weak. There's almost no color at the base and it's just that shimmer. Picked up some more product and I'm going to use a dabbing motion, but still that underlying purple goes away. I actually much prefer this swatch dry. As long as you layer it, it looks quite pretty on the lids. So there you have Noble Descent and Victorian Plum. Here we have Enchantment, which is a violet with blue violet sparkles. What a stunning color, even though it is a little gritty and not completely smooth on the skin. It is so pretty. Here it is applied with a damp brush. Same thing happens, the underlying color goes away and you're just left with these shimmery particles. Gonna try some dabbing. I mean, it's still very pretty. If you wanted to put this especially over like a black base, it would look gorgeous. But used on its own, it's pretty high maintenance here. Here's Modern Majesty applied dry. This is a dark brown base. It says with green pearl. I don't see any green. I see violet and blue. Again, stunning, especially in the pan, but I don't know, I feel like this could look pretty bruised, especially on the eyes. Now applied with a damp brush. Same sort of shearing effect. Okay, so there you go with Enchantment and Modern Majesty. Here's Noblesse Oblige, which is a frosty wood shade, which basically means it's a silvered grayed taupey color, and applied with a damp brush. Same color, just slightly smoother metallic finish. And here's Prim and Proper, which is a black gray with silver metallic shimmer. And here it is applied with a damp brush. It's definitely more deep. It's more of a black shade. And again, instead of individualized frosty shimmer particles, it's more of a smooth metallic liquid finish. Okay, so there you have Noblesse Oblige and Prim and Proper. You can definitely see that Prim and Proper gives you a good amount of fallout there. And here we have 5 new limited edition cream sheen glasses. These cost $22 each. Here is Ceremonial, Seeking Adoration, Social Season, Romantic Overture, and Courting Chic. Here's Ceremonial, which is a hot pink with sparkles. Looks like silver shimmer in there. Seeking Adoration is a plummy pink, no shimmer. Social Season is a violet with blue sparkles. Romantic Overture is a clear shade with opalescent sparkle. And Courting Chic, wow, it's this deep berry red with golden sparkle. Alright, and there you have your 5 cream sheen glass shades. Alright, there you have MAC's Heirloom Mix collection. Very interesting. The pressed pigments, to be fair, are described as being a little more soft or sheer, so it's not inconsistent with the nature of the product for some of the shades to not be, completely opaque and in your face. That said, they're supposed to be more intense when you apply them with a damp brush versus dry, and we saw with many of those shades that that wasn't true. Now, with all of that in mind, I still want to test these out on the lids just to see how they really translate once applied and what they look like. Honestly, at first sight, I think my favorite part of the collection is the mineralized blush in Sweet Sentiment. What a beautiful color that is, both on the softer or sheer side, but still with a punch of color. The lipsticks look nice, but honestly, nothing that really impressed me. The fluid line, wow, that shade, the first shade, which was in Gentrified, I was really disappointed with. Doesn't look like it's going to look that exciting on the lids. With the cream sheen glasses, I've never been a huge fan of them, but I was really surprised by how strong Courting Chic looked. Now, it looks also like it might be the kind of shade that will really emphasize your lip lines. So again, I'll let you know if that is true once I fully test it and in the written review. And the eye kohls, they're permanent, nothing really exciting about the shades. So overall, I think my favorite part is Sweet Sentiment, that mineralized blush. I think the most disappointing product is the fluid line in Gentrified. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the collection, if you've already got to test out some of these, or just from the swatches in this video, what you think is going to be your favorite product. I hope this was helpful to you in deciding what you want to purchase. Make sure to check out the photos and reviews at allurabeauty.com. I hope you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video. Match the color scheme inside and then a full-size mirror. So beautiful palette that I will definitely be thoroughly reviewing for you. Do you want to see a live swatch video of this one? If you do, leave it in the comment section below. Otherwise, I think I'm going to probably stick to a written review with photographs on the website. But I wanted to kind of show you this palette because Sephora also was kind enough to send this mega palette here. And I could just, open this up and review it for you, but I think what I actually want to do is give this away to a viewer and not open it up and not test it.